Theodora Balabanova, a woman of intense passion, dedicated her life to the mesmerizing world of diving. This activity became her life, driving her to explore the depths of the sea and immerse herself in its mysterious beauty. Interestingly, her husband Mihail shared the same fervor for diving and was equally passionate about it, so much so that it transformed their lives in profound ways. Together, they ventured into different waters and embarked on a journey that resulted in the establishment of their very own diving school. This school, located in the town of Nikiti in Greece, has since become a choice destination for enthusiasts who seek to experience plunging into the underwater world. Before Theodora's 2017 dive, the world record for the deepest female dive was held by Verna von Schaik, who had descended 725 feet in a cave located in South Africa. Theodora was determined to surpass this record and become the new holder of the world record for female deep diving. She began planning for this feat and eventually, after much preparation, was ready to attempt the dive in Halkidiki, Greece, between the Cassandra and Sithonia peninsulas on September 24, 2017. Accompanying her on the dive was her husband Mihail, with whom she had been preparing for a considerable amount of time. Theodora's objective was to reach a depth of 757 feet, which would not only set a new world record for herself, but also them as a couple. The planned duration of the dive was approximately 5.5 hours, but unfortunately, unexpected events occurred during the dive. Theodora became disoriented, and this caused her to have difficulty navigating her surroundings. Despite her struggles, she attempted to rise to the surface, but she did so without stopping for the necessary process of decompression. Unfortunately, due to the strong currents in the water, Theodora's husband, Mihail, lost sight of her during the dive. Eventually, he was able to locate his wife, but he too was struggling for his survival, as he had also suffered decompression complications. However, the diving team members who were observing them gradually brought him up for decompression, which took approximately 3 hours, during which he was kept at a depth of 10 meters. As soon as Mihail arrived at the surface, he was taken by boat to the facilities at Porto Carras, from where he was transported via helicopter belonging to the fire service to the hyperbaric chamber of the Agios Pavlos Hospital in Thessaloniki. Once there, he was hospitalized into the hyperbaric ward to treat divers' decompression sickness. Tragically, Theodora, on the other hand, was pronounced dead at the Agios Nikolaos Health Center, where she had been taken following the diving incident. What could have happened to such an experienced diver? When pondering on this, one must consider the various physiological changes that occur in the human body when venturing to great depths underwater. As the diver descends deeper into the ocean, the pressure on their body steadily increases. Furthermore, the concentration of oxygen in the blood may become more pronounced as they dive deeper, which can often lead to unpleasant experiences for the diver and may even induce problems in the central nervous system. Along with these changes, the partial pressure of nitrogen in the lungs will invariably rise as the diver plunges deeper, which can trigger what is commonly known as nitrogen narcosis. When struck with this condition, divers may find themselves struggling with a blurred state of consciousness, causing their judgment to be severely impaired. Should one find themselves in such a perilous situation, the most effective form of treatment would be through the use of a hyperbaric chamber. The injured individual must be placed into this device as quickly as possible to ensure their safety and recovery. All those who were fortunate enough to have known Theodora would attest to her unwavering courage, buoyant positivity, and unwavering dedication to her dreams. Despite an initial setback in breaking the deep diving record, Karen von Denoover, a person who was born with an innate desire to take risks and live a daring life, decided to carry on with the mission by exploring the depths of the Bushmansgat sinkhole. Bushmansgat, which is commonly referred to as Bushman's Hole in English, is a freshwater cave located in the northern Cape province of South Africa. Diving in this cave is challenging because it's situated at an altitude of over 4,921 feet, which means that divers must adhere to a decompression schedule equivalent to a dive of 1,112 feet at sea level. As one may imagine, diving in this cave can be extremely perilous due to its significant depth. Numerous individuals have vanished in the cave over the years, and their bodies have never been found. Moreover, the water levels in Buzmasgat can fluctuate rapidly, thanks to the natural automatic pumps that drain the water when the Buzmasgat cave system reaches a certain level. These pumps are so powerful that the sinkhole can drain itself in just a few minutes if the water level drops. To add to the danger, Buzmasgat is also remarkably frigid, with temperatures plummeting to around 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Karen van Denoover, a resident of Johannesburg, South Africa, holds a science degree from the University of Witwatersrand. She's a certified CMAS diving instructor and a former member of the University of Witwatersrand Underwater Club. Her scuba diving journey began in 2001, when she set a personal objective of breaking the cave depth record. However, she chose to refrain from technical diving to develop the necessary skills and confidence to attempt the record. Karen's primary objective during this particular dive was to surpass Verna van Schaik's record of 725 feet, which she set in 2001. Preparing for the dive was a long and challenging process that took 2 years, involving working out logistics, procuring equipment, creating a dive plan, and assembling the support crew. Nevertheless, Karen's determination to break the record had already been ignited when she joined the WITS Underwater Club, where she had the chance to meet Van Schaik and Nuno Gomes, the men's world record holder. In preparation for the attempt at breaking the cave depth record, the crew spent several days placing equipment in the cave. They began by placing a staging line in the cave and then placed cylinders with various gas mixtures at different depths, which would be needed for Karen's ascent. Next, they placed a recorded line with depth tags in the cave, which Karen would take with her as she reached each tag to show she had reached that depth. Moments before descending into the deep Buzmasgat cave on March 26, Karen had a moment of doubt and told herself that the attempt was crazy. She was anxious and nervous as she thought about all the things that could go wrong, but she managed to calm down and focus on the dive. The underwater cave had claimed the lives of 3 divers in the past: Eben Layden in 1993, Dion Dreyer a year later, and Dave Shaw, who went to retrieve Dreyer's body in 2005. Karen wondered if she too would become a victim of the cave's misfortune. At precisely 7:10 a.m., Karen initiated her dive, with her goal being a depth of 820 feet. However, when she reached the 774-foot marker, she had an intuitive feeling that made her pause. Despite taking just 13 minutes to descend to that depth, she realized that it would take 7 long hours to make the return journey to the surface, due to the need for divers to ascend slowly to avoid decompression sickness. To start her ascent, she inflated her buoyancy compensators, which were of the wing type, but to her surprise, nothing happened. As a result, she became panicked and started to pull herself up, but this caused her to become breathless, which was a dangerous situation when diving so deep. At that point, she was convinced she was not going to make it back to the surface, and she feared that she was going to become another victim of the cave. Fortunately, Karen managed to regain control of her breathing and started to ascend, albeit too quickly. When she reached a depth of 692 feet, she realized her legs were tangled in what looked like a polypropylene line attached to an object at the bottom of the cave. She was able to detangle herself from the line and continue her ascent. The remainder of the ascent proceeded smoothly, and she successfully surfaced at 2 p.m., having secured the new record. Despite her remarkable achievement, Karen was not content to rest on her laurels. On October 27, 2022, she went on to break her world record by diving to a depth of 809 feet in the Buzmasgat cave using the open circuit technique. Her total dive time was an astonishing 8 hours and 14 minutes. We would like to thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching, take a dive on the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we come back with another exciting cave diving story.